everyone. Welcome back to Poets and Quants' Must Reads, a quick, digestible recap of the top business school news, sponsored by Center Court, our virtual admission events. I'm your host, Christy Blyzeffer, and I'll be highlighting the most important P&Q stories you might have missed. So let's get to it. Number 1, Revamped GMAT exam will be nearly an hour shorter. Faced with major declines in standardized test taking, the Graduate Management Admission Council will shorten the GMAT exam by nearly an hour, eliminating its essay requirement and making all questions multiple choice. The updated test represents the single biggest change to the GMAT since the test was moved from paper to computer in June of 1997. The revamped test, called the GMAT Focus Edition, will contain only 3 45-minute sections that can be taken in any order by any test taker. An overview of the changes is available in our story, which you can find now on our trending tab. Or you'll find even more detail about the changes in this story: 10 quant and 13 verbal questions removed from the GMAT test. Number 2, Bschools seek to counter fears after the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. When Silicon Valley Bank, a major lender in the tech startup ecosystem, collapsed earlier this month, it was the second largest failure of a financial institution in United States history. The bank's disintegration raised the specter of the 2008 meltdown that sparked the Great Recession, sparking fears of a catastrophic economy-crushing crash. Those fears were allayed somewhat when federal and California state regulators shuttered the tech lender and placed it under control of the U.S. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Poets and Quants reached out to 3 West Coast business professors to talk about what it all means for students looking to break into the startup and VC space. You can find this story in our news tab. Number 3, nominate your favorite under 40 MBA professor for 2023's list. It's your last chance to nominate the most impactful, most inspiring MBA professors under the age of 40. We're collecting nominations for the best MBA professors in the business to compile our annual Best 40 Under 40 MBA Professors list. Deadline for nominations is March 24th, so you better get to it. We're looking for MBA professors under the age of 40s who are masters in the classroom, who influence business and policy, who are prolific researchers, and who have demonstrated meaningful impact on their fields. We need you to tell us who they are. You'll find the rules and the nominations form in our news tab. Number 4, our weekly roundup of news you can use. No matter where you are in your MBA journey, we bring several helpful stories to you this week. First up, this important story, Secrets to Smart GMAT and GRE Prep, should be on the reading list of anyone considering a business education. In it, you'll find 5 surprising tips to build mindset along with content mastery. You'll find the article on our homepage. Next, are you in the enviable position of having multiple MBA invites but don't know which to choose? This story from our friends at North Star Admissions, Deciding Between MBA Programs, outlines the criteria you should weigh to find the best program for you. You can find it in our admissions hub. And finally, how can an MBA admissions coach help secure an acceptance letter to your target schools? And how do you select the right coach for you? Our partners at Fortuna Admissions answer these and other questions in How to Choose an MBA Admission Coach, which you'll also find in our admissions tab. And that's it for this week's Must Reads recap. I also want to alert school seekers to online MBA admissions event. In these virtual panels, you'll learn about the best online programs from admissions and career experts, as well as students currently enrolled. Our next event is April 18th and 19th, and you can register now for free. Again, I'm Christy Blyzeffer, and you can join me right here next week for a recap of what's important in the world of business education. Thanks for listening, and as always, stay informed.